Everybody, it's Linda. I'm working on some oils today, and I thought I would just share a little bit in a Backstage PASS early release. So this is going to go out probably on all channels. But we're going to start with patrons first. So because you are my Backstage PASS supporters, we're going to give you your basic Backstage PASS for free for the month of July. Hi, I'm Linda Light. If you're new to my channel and new to my work, I like to mix it up a little bit like I'm doing today with some oils. Actually making misting sprays. I'm doing 3 flavors. We're doing orange, peppermint, and lemon today. So I have everything mostly prepped in advance already. Just wanted to come back and have a little talk. Say hi. How's everybody doing? You know, if you want to leave some comments in the comments section, I will see all of them. I will answer every one. And thank you for being here. If I haven't said that already, thanks for being here. I've been down some rabbit holes. I've been standing up for my son who was wrongfully imprisoned on a parole violation. And you can argue with me all day you want on this one. You can debate as long as it's respectful. I don't mind. But when you start disrespecting, if you start disrespecting me, you'll understand why I have to be absent for that. I don't participate in disrespect. Nope. I don't put up with it. I don't participate with it. I don't condone it in any way, shape, or form. So let's be respectful. Okay, with that being said, if someone has a legal medication, like say, oh, let's take high blood pressure, or take a cholesterol medication, or an anxiety pill that you might take every night to go to sleep. Take an insulin, or something you have to take because of a thyroid or cancers, or any kind of medication that you have that is legal and protected under the state law. Let's say just Pennsylvania for now, not federal, go on a state level. If something is a legal medication, it has the same protections as legal medication. Now, if you go and do a Google search or a DuckDuckGo search, you'll find for the state of Pennsylvania that legal marijuana, medical marijuana, is protected under state law as a medication. It is. So you can argue this point all day if you want, but I say medication discrimination, hashtag medication discrimination needs to stop. It needs to stop. There's people that use it for legit reasons, and yet they want to keep pushing the Suboxone on prisoners. They want to keep pushing this under their MAT program, medicated assisted treatment. And they want to charge $600 and some a day, probably $100 and something a day like they do for a regular medical bed. You come in for your Suboxone treatment and boom, $600 and some a day is what they are paying for this. It's probably $100 and something for the medical use of the bed. So everybody gets a slice of the pie, right? Got to get your cost for the person coming in for their Tylenol time. It's Suboxone time. Same thing. They come in, they get their either injection or they get a pill, or I don't know how they take it. Honestly, I don't know. I haven't been guided to go and look into that. It's not that I don't care. That's not my fight. That's not my battle. That's not my circus. Honestly, it is a circus at this point if you're making money off the backs of the vulnerable populations, who, by the way, there's 4,000 people, well, this was a couple months ago, there was 4,000 people on the wait list to get MAT treatment because now it's approved in prisons, where 5,000 people were already on the list now, and then there's 4,000 on the wait list, and there was only, the year before, there was only 1,500. Only 1,500 people on it in the state of Pennsylvania. And now all of a sudden, explosion. Well, guess what? Somebody's getting paid for it. They're allowed in there. And now all these prisoners are like, oh yeah, I want that. You know, some of them are abusing it. Okay, just saying. Just like some are going to abuse alcohol. However, if they were given the option to use medical marijuana, we, the taxpayers, wouldn't have to pay 600 and something a day for a medical specialized bed that they have. All these different beds they have, they bill different prices. It's the same bed. You're going in there for medical treatment. You know, if you want to start doing this crap where you're charging like $100 for a Tylenol pill and saying that you had to get specialized treatment from a psychologist to get that Tylenol pill, you know, this is stupid. This is fraud. It's ridiculous. So that kind of overcharging, egregious, you know, payments and everything to third-party vendors by contract, 600 something a day for a bed for mat treatment because it's highly specialized. No, you just use fancy words. It's not specialized. It's Suboxone time. So let the people have their THC time too. Oh, I'm sorry, you can't make money off of that. That's right. Well, guess what? I got a plan where you can. I have a really good plan, and it would help the prisoners too. So if anybody cares to know what that plan is, you know, they'll get in touch with me. So if not, oh well, you're lost. But you want to make money off of the backs of people. Like you can't have it both ways. And the state of Pennsylvania is committing extortion right now on a massive scale for like the last 10 years. It's been a medication. They've pulled money from people. They've made you pay cash because they won't let the insurance company. So we're not paying for that. Department of Health. Oh, okay. Don't worry about it. You don't have to. Or whoever is the authority over insurance companies operating in the state of Pennsylvania, I'm going to call out the Department of Health too. Because if insurance companies, if you can tell a doctor what he can and can't prescribe on certain visits, what gives you that authority? If a doctor says, your regular doctor for treatment, well, your blood pressure's under control, no medication needed there. Well, your cholesterol's under control, no medication needed there. But you know what? Have you ever thought for your PTSD or your sleepless nights, have you ever thought about trying some THC? You know, of course, microdosing medical marijuana. Have you ever thought about that? And the person says, yeah, you know what? I used to sleep great. I used to smoke weed in high school or in my 20s or 30s or whatever. You have a doctor's appointment where you have a discussion with your doctor. They give you the benefits and all that. And they issue you a prescription. They write you a legal prescription. Oh, no, you're not allowed to do that. No, not in Pennsylvania. No, doctors are not allowed to do that. The insurance company says so. Because they can't make money off of big pharma from those prescriptions. So of course the insurance companies are working with them. Like it doesn't take a scientist to figure it out. You just have to follow the money, and then everything makes sense. Everything falls into place, and you start to understand how these things work. It's a big scheme. You just have to shine light on it to see it. So if somebody like my son doesn't want the hard drugs, he's not going to sign up for Suboxone time. God, I hope he doesn't sign up for that, because he was using medical marijuana, got legal. His PO officer told parole agent, his PO or parole agent told him, you get your legal medication, you're fine. We won't send you to jail for that. That's exactly what they did. It's exactly what they did. Because he didn't bury his medication in the woods one night, and he brought it in with him so he could sleep and dosed in the middle of the night, whether he forgot or not. He says he forgot it was on him. They let him in with it. And he went in the middle of the night in the bathroom because he didn't sleep. That's why they sent him back. They said, oh, we had contraband. Medication's not contraband. Just because they didn't allow it, why didn't they just hold on to it? Why didn't they just hold on to it? Because I'll tell you why. Somebody is making money off of that every time they send him back. And I think it's the parole officers. And I think they're working with the Keystone facility workers. Because the Keystone facility worker tried to have a state police guy charge him, give him a charge for having a pen, saying it's contraband. They must have done it in the past. And then that stopped because the state police officer was like, no, man, it's legal medication. He's legal. We're not going to charge him for this. And they didn't. So what happens after that? Oh, let's find a way to get him. We're going to put this kid in jail. Yeah, we don't like the fact that he snuck this in. He was using this medication in the middle of the night. We don't like that. We're going to send this kid to jail. We're going to teach him a lesson. Yeah. Well, sometimes lessons come back to bite you in the ass, because karma's only a bitch when you are. That's what I will say. That one's strong. This one's going to smell good. I think I already did this. No, I did lemon. I'll do peppermint. Peppermint always smells good. I love the smell of peppermint. I love eating peppermints too. New sprayers. Yeah, that's good. Peppermint. I've already done lemon and orange. It's gonna smell good in this room tonight. I love making the oils. Yeah. And I do it in a loving way, even if I'm talking about something that you might think, oh, are you angry and do it? No. I have an internal, eternal righteous rage that will only be fixed when justice is served for all the crimes against humanity, especially the children. When the criminals are rounded up, been saying it for years. I don't care who you are. I don't care what color your skin is. I don't care what your culture and sexual preferences are. That's none of my business. Shouldn't be the rest of the world's, but that's just my humble opinion. I believe that everybody has the same ability to walk with spirit and to walk in integrity, walk in honor and have integrity and be honest. And if you choose not to have those things and you choose to harm other people, then you will have a price to pay, because justice will come for you, period, especially if you harm the kids. And then you try to make a mockery out of it by making laws that protect the criminals and not the victims or the potential. It doesn't protect the people, but it protects the perpetrators, and it allows these things to happen. Criminal syndicates, no more. You lost your power. We're shining light on it. You're getting cleaned up. So the best thing to do is do the right thing, because it's all coming down like a house of cards. It's all coming down. Anyway, I think we'll do a couple more peppermint today. And I did record this earlier, and I couldn't use the recording because it was too echoey. I really hope this isn't echoing, because if it is, it means I pushed something on the mic I shouldn't have pushed, because there is an echo chamber. And that would just be very significant. You know what? If it is echoing and I didn't fix it, that would be very symbolic of what I'm going through right now. Hello? Is this thing on? Oh my God, that's hysterical. So have you guys had the Laughing Buddha come to see you yet? Have you guys been sensing the spirit realm and loved ones and ancestors around? Are you getting those connections? Are you having the telepathy? Are you having the divine experiences where you're thinking of somebody and then they call? Or something knocks at the door, you hear a knock at the door, and then you know exactly what it is without a lot of the premonition stuff is going on for a lot of people. It's called the awakening, and people are getting their spiritual gifts are coming online. It's pretty amazing. I say spiritual gifts. This is like a spiritual gift. It's like your natural way of being, but we call them gifts because we've been this whole lifetime without it. We've been conditioned to believe it's not even true. Like telepathy, don't teach the kids that one. What you're teaching them by not teaching them is how to disconnect. And I'm sure don't want to be doing that. Okay, what do we have left? Let's do another peppermint while it's open. So, I'm doing a quick backstage pass. We're not going to be doing a real long one today, but I just wanted to share with you some of the things that I'm doing behind the scenes, like making my oils and ranting about my son being wrongfully imprisoned. This is the third time. Third time will be a charm, won't it? One time it was because he was homeless. Another time he left a home plan that was unsafe. I mean, it's like if this kid wasn't destined to take on the Department of Corrections in a lawsuit, I don't know who was. He was like designed for this, because everything that he's had. He's been through the whole experience of the whole system, say from the bottom up, and he's experienced a lot. This kid knows the ropes on the inside, and it still hasn't crushed his soul yet. Hopefully it won't. Hopefully he'll make it out this time, and it won't be a soul-crushing experience. That's all a mother can hope for, that their child is protected. But I've lost so much over the years that I guess it almost, I don't want to say it doesn't matter, but it's almost like, well, I've been forged in fire. I've been forged in the fires of hell. So nothing surprises me. And even when it does, I almost expect it. But I don't manifest that. If I did in the past, then shame on me. But I don't manifest things like that because I believe in people doing the right thing. I believe that everybody has a chance to wake up and do the right thing. Everybody has that chance. Peppermint will probably go faster than anything else. It's just such a nice spray. Make a couple extra peppermints. These mists have a good amount of oil in them too. It's a good proportion, I think. It's enough that it's safe to land on your skin. Even if you're sensitive to peppermint oil, it should be light enough, diluted enough that it's safe for your skin, your children's skin. You just don't want to get it near your eyes. Okay, sometimes I'll close my eyes and let it fall on my face, but only if it's diluted in a mist. So don't get any on your fingers and then rub your eyes either. That kind of goes without saying. You don't want to do that. And if you do get some on your fingers, try to wipe it off with a paper towel or a towel first. Water makes it spread, so unless you're using soap and water to get it off, use a towel or something, even like your shirt or something would be better to get it off your fingers. But it's mostly water, and you see I'm just putting a dropper full in here. It's about between 10 and 20 drops, so it's about 2 ounces and 10 to 20 drops. So it's a good dilution. It's a good dilution ratio. I think we're going to do some more lemon too. Lemon does very good in bathrooms. So does the orange, and kitchens, and it keeps away little bugs. It's great for bug spray, bug deterrent. Very good deterrent, especially with ants and gnats and mosquitoes. So very good oil, especially using it in purity. Purity of the oil matters. And I found that Majestic Pure is a pretty good brand. I don't have any offers or deals for you because, well, I don't get sponsored on anything or brand offers. But if I ever do, this would be the brand that I would pick, at least for now. These are my go-to oils. I always liked doTERRA, but I thought they were overpriced. These are still therapeutic grade natural oils, pure and natural, premium grade oils. So if you want to share this Backstage Pass, I say go ahead. I don't mind. Sometimes I'd ask you not to share, but this is probably going to just be made public after. We'll see. If it's not, then it's exclusive for you, and otherwise it'll just be an advance release of some Backstage Pass, behind the scenes kind of stuff with Linda Light. Thank you for being here. If you have any extra and you want to consider becoming a supporter, upgrading your membership to a paid membership. That always helps. There's always costs involved with maintaining websites and domain name registrations, renewals every year, and all of it. Paying for your streaming service. There's always costs involved with that. So it does help. And if you can't afford it, don't worry about it. That's why I do it for free, because a lot of times people want to help and they want to support, and it's just not the right time. So I understand that. I get that. I'm in that same position. So I support people when I can. And when you can't, you can't. Sometimes you just got to take care of you, boo. So you do you. You stay true. And as Derek Indy House would say, you be you, you stay true. I miss you, bro. I miss my tribe, but we'll connect again real soon. And I will be back on doing my regular podcasts as spirit guides. But for right now, spirits want me to ask some serious questions. So I ask the questions. Hopefully there will be those that are behind the scenes doing the work, doing the investigations that need to happen, because there is a big cleanup job that needs to be done down at the level, we'll say the bottom level. If you want to solve the problem of the rescinding, and you're sitting there telling the Appropriations Committee just 4 months ago, yeah, we don't really know what to do with these hard to place. I know you don't know what to do with them. I have ideas for that too. And the Appropriations Committee said they would be more than welcome if you had some kind of program. They would be more than welcome to hear about it. So get in touch with me. I'll tell you all about my program. I'll tell you all about it, because it will help people, and it will develop some of their more sustainable type of life skills that will help them. And there's a multifaceted approach to this that would be absolutely beautiful to unfold. And if you want to take a look at what the overall idea would be, I don't own this idea. I own my own vision, and I have one for Pennsylvania, but it's okay if my vision doesn't go through. If someone else has the vision, that's okay too. But you want to get an idea of what this looks like, go to Nick Shirley, go to his YouTube channel, scroll back to February 2025, where he talks about the El Salvador prison. It's a 30-minute video, and he goes down to what used to be the world's roughest prison. And take a look at what he uncovered in February of 2025. It's only 30 minutes long. Wait till you see what they're doing down there. And any prison can do this. And I have some really, really great additional ideas. So they're not building, say, furniture or uniforms for schools, but we have other things in place that we can do that can make the prison more self-sustainable. It all works together, and it's beautiful. So please send this on to the right people and timestamp this. Tell them start watching it 20 minutes in or whatever. If they don't want to listen to me rant early on, it's okay. It's okay. I get it. Some people are long-winded. I can be very long-winded. But the parts that I'm talking about, the plan parts, I'm sharing part of the vision. I'm sharing part of the seed that was in me. I have my own vision. When I found Nick Shirley's video, I was like, oh my God, somebody's already doing this. I mean, this was the whole reason why I wanted to do a double major when I went back to college in 2010. I wanted to be a psychology and criminal justice major so I could help the kids that were stuck in the court systems. And it was based on my own son's experiences. I wanted to be fully educated and learned about it so that I could help these kids. Now, obviously, I wasn't supposed to go that way. And if I was a lawyer right now, I wouldn't have trouble finding a lawyer right now that wants to go. Not that I'm having trouble. The right lawyer will come along. The right champion will come along, and I believe that. But wrongful imprisonment and medication discrimination needs to stop. And if they're putting people on parole violations back in the system, saying they're too hard to place, let's just send them back into jail. Well, then you better have a program back in that jail that can help them, and not one that's just, oh, well, they're getting group therapy. Go out in the yard today. Yeah, we don't feel like doing the therapy. Go out in the yard, because they're not really equipped to run the right kind of group therapy that these people need, because they're not getting the right kind of choices to help with their addictions, such as THC instead of Suboxone. Yeah, look into it. You can use my son as a case study. It's helped him. He was sober for over 6 months. Anyway, I know if you're following this story along, you've heard me say all those things before, but sometimes they need repeating because sometimes you never know who might be watching, who might hear this, and who might be able to pass this on to the right people or the people that can actually affect and make change, because that's really what we need when this all boils down to it. We need people that are willing to stand up and be champions and be heroes and do the right thing. So take care. Thank you for being here. I love you all. I appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.